Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video on the MasonGameSquad channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing a deep dive on the new Chapter 7 Season 2 of Fortnite. We're going to be talking about the new Battle Pass, the new rivalry system, the Showdown system, some new POIs we got, new bosses, new weapons and items, new things coming to the item shop, and a couple other things. So we got a lot to get through. Without further ado, let's do this. The very first thing we are going to be looking at is the new Battle Pass. So this Battle Pass focuses around the Exalted Ice King skin and the Foundation Reforged skins, and both their teams that they're going to be fighting each other against. Our Tier 1 skin is the Exalted Ice King. He looks very cool, very fresh. You got the Ice Prince sidekick, which, I mean, looks fine, just another sidekick. Another skin coming in on the Ice King side is Squibbly, who is this, like, squid dude. I mean, Squibbly, if you couldn't tell, name Squid. And the funny thing is, he canonically really hates fish stick. And, I don't know, I just find that funny. The next skin we're going to be looking at, which is also on the Ice King's team, is Lady Windfrost. She looks like the diamond dude from Chapter 5 Season 1. And the Emma, whatever her name is, from Chapter 5 Season 4. I'll say both of them. Pretty cool skin. I mean, it's not anything incredibly special. We actually might see it in a second if the Ice King spawns here. And there's also Dasha, I don't know. Also, I mean, it's kind of a nothing skin. Got a couple of nothing skins in this Battle Pass. Not a bad Battle Pass, I mean, it's just nothing skins. So, starting the Foundations team, starting the Foundations team is the Foundation himself. It's called the Foundation Reforged. Still played by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, by the way. Crazy. I don't know why they're still hiring this dude. Not a bad actor. It's something I'll touch on more later. And we got Elite Jewels, which is, I believe, our 5th Jewel skin. It's kind of cool. It's kind of a... I mean, I feel like it's a Chapter 6 Season 2-esque skin. We also got the Order Reforged, who we saw a snippet of in one of the story moments from a Power Hour about a month ago. I believe it's the one where the rocket landed. Don't remember. And finally, our Tier 100 skin, Bugs Bunny. That's right, Looney Tunes Bugs Bunny. Very exciting. I looked at his set. As someone who very enjoys Looney Tunes, it's got some absolutely amazing callbacks to the show, and it's an amazing, incredibly well done, very good skin. And one last thing to cover with the Battle Pass. If you remember from last season, after he completed the entire page for his skin, oh, here's the Ice King. Lady Windfrost is beside him, by the way. If you completed the entire page for, I believe it was 3 of the skins, he was Dark Voyager, yeah, 3 skins. Then you could get an extra style by doing quests. 1 in Battle Royale, 1 in Reload, and 1 in Blitz. This season, we have 1 for the Foundation, which the quests are in Battle Royale. 1 for the Ice King, which the quests are in Battle Royale. And 1 for Jewels, which the quests are in Battle Royale. Notice how all of those are in BR, which means that we no longer have to go to play different modes just to get all the skins in the Battle Pass. I'm personally indifferent about that. I thought it was interesting that it gave me an incentive to go play different modes, but I can understand how people would not enjoy that. It's a fine change. Moving on, we have the new rivalry system, which is very similar to the old bounty system from Chapter 2 Season 5. Basically, what you're going to do is you go to a rivalry board, and as you can see, I'm currently in a rivalry, actually, with, what's his name, Posh Pepper? Okay. I'm currently in a rivalry with this guy, where I need to track him down and kill him, and I will actually get rivalry credits. And using these credits, I can buy mythics and exotics at rivalry gear machines. And if I get more and more, if I win more of these rivalries, I can unlock more stuff to buy at the rivalry gear machines. Pretty interesting mechanic. It's much more developed version of the bounties, is what I'd call it. I thought this guy was down here. Where's nothing? Next, we got the whole Showdown idea. At the beginning of the season, you get to pick if you're a Team Ice King or Team Foundation. Very similar to from Chapter 2, Season 2, where you pick Ghost or Shadow. It's a little different. Oh, watch this, kid's gonna... Okay, that was pretty mean. It's very similar to the Chapter 2, Season 2, where you pick Ghost or Shadow. Whichever team at the end of the season wins, and I'll explain how you win in a bit. Whichever team wins, everyone who wins the Battle Pass will get either a style of Foundation if Foundation wins, or Ice King if Ice King wins. Pretty self-explanatory. But the styles look cool, I gotta say. I'm personally, that's my bounty guy, and you see I killed him, so or not bounty, rivalry, you know what I mean. And I'm gonna get rivalry credits. Yeah, I'm just gonna claim another one. No, that's what I was saying. Both the styles look cool. I personally picked Ice King. I just thought his style looked cooler. I don't know, maybe there are other people who probably think Foundation is cooler. Completely fine. It's called an opinion for a reason. And how exactly do you win? Well, by winning rivalries, which I just did when I killed the Polar Peely, you can earn milestones. Which, if enough people on your team win rivalries, what just happened? You earn stuff throughout the season. If you're on the Foundation team, the first thing you unlock, which I'm pretty sure has already been unlocked, is the 7 Power Gloves. It's very similar to the Nitro Fists. Next thing you unlock is the 7 Cannon, which we saw in the Power Hour from about 2 weeks ago. Pretty interesting. I thought, personally, it was a fun gun. And it was very entertaining when everyone had it, but I feel like it's just, I don't know, it's just not going to be all that, you know? The next thing we get is the Foundation's Rift Rifle, which we saw all the way back in Chapter 2, Season 8, I believe, in a live event. And it's finally now going to be in the game. It is a Mythic Vector 7, which I'll explain more what that is in a bit. That when you shoot it, A, it does damage, and B, it spawns a rift. We saw that in the trailer. I think it was like Fish Stick or something, I don't know. Shot a rift, and then they slide kicked the guy into it. It literally just teleported him away. Very cool. And the next thing that Team Foundation unlocks will be golden fishing spots. From what I gather, that's just better loot from a regular fishing spot. I don't know. And finally, the Foundation's Vault Key, which I believe at the new Sanctuary, which we'll talk about a bit in a sec, you can use the Vault Key to get a bunch of good loot. Now, on Team Ice King, we have the Ice King Gauntlets, which have also already been added to the game. As you can see, I'm currently holding them. I killed a couple people earlier with them. They're actually very, very fun. They're like Dr. Doom's gauntlets, kind of. I mean, I think they're cool. The Slapperoni Pizza. This, I gotta say, the Ice King side is, honestly, it's disappointing. It's really just disappointing. This is just the pizza from Chapter 3, but you get the slap effect. How that has to do with the Ice King, I have no idea. Then you get the Rift Anomaly. You get a new Rift Anomaly, where you can kill drones. Like, you go around the map killing drones, similar to the Galactus' drones from Chapter 2, Season 4. And the description says, pass loot. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that that means, you know, Chapter 1 loot, Chapter 2 loot, similar to the DeLorean from last season. The fourth thing you get in the Ice King milestone track is the Mythic Harpoon Gun. This is just embarrassing, I gotta say. A Mythic Harpoon Gun is just, Enhanced Harpoon Gun, same difference. It's honestly just embarrassing. And finally, we have the Ice King Vault Key, which is the same thing as the Foundation's one, except that is going to be at Frigid Fortress instead of the new Sanctuary. Now, it was actually revealed, I believe, just a few hours ago, that because of so many people have joined Team Ice King and they've been doing all the rivalries, whereas Team Foundation has fallen behind so much, that Team Foundation is getting a boost to their score 1.65 times. That means that they can progress much faster, nearly double, well, not nearly double, but you understand my point, that much faster than Team Ice King. Than Team Ice King does. Come on, Epic, what are we doing? And there's more loot eventually to come when Act 2 of this was all Act 1, the milestones. Act 2 is going to release next month. We have no idea what that entails. I assume cooler loot, better loot. Hopefully Ice King sucks less, but we'll find out. Now, I've mentioned almost all of them, but we've got 4 new POIs this season that are all pretty cool. Number 1, Dark Dominion is replacing Lethal Labs. There's a Dark Voyager boss there that you can kill, and you get a Mythic Chaos Reloader. I'll explain more with the Chaos Reloader in shortly. Frigid Fortress is the new polar peak. It is what spans across nearly the entire ice biome. It's where I landed, and it's replacing Clausy Lodge, and there's the Ice King boss there. Squibbly Shores is replacing Bumpy Bay. It has the Coral Castle feel, and it is the reality where Fish Stick, Squibbly, and most of the aquatic animals, or skins, etc., whatever you want to call them, in Fortnite come from. And there's the Squibbly boss there, which I'll explain more in a bit. Finally, we have the new Sanctuary, which replaced Classified Canyon. Did he just... Certainly interesting. Oh, he best not run away. But it's Classified Canyon. It is the new base for the 7. I'd like to point out the name's New Sanctuary. Not incredibly original, because the Sanctuary was the 7's base in Chapter 3. Gotta say, what are we doing, Epic? New Sanctuary? Could have done something cooler than that. What are we doing? Ooh, this kid's probably furious. Hold on. Actually need to lock in right quick. Okay, that's just... Editor, put a speed face in there. That's just embarrassing. Alright. Oh yeah, New Sanctuary. And actually, if you remember last season, you could go down into, like, the bottom of Classified Canyon, and you can actually see the UFOs from Chapter 2, Season 7. Those are no longer there, but it's been replaced with the Foundation statue from Chapter 3, Season 1, and I guess most of Chapter 3. The exact same one, where you could throw tires at it, and it would fly like an airplane. I would call that one of the best bugs in Fortnite history. Now, we got the bosses section. I touched on the Dark Voyager a bit, but we'll start with the Ice King. So with the Ice King's interesting, because it's not just the Ice King you're fighting. It's the Ice King and Lady Windfrost. Both of them fight you. And you can find them at Frigid Fortress, and one other spot. It is by Dark Dominion. It's a little, like, cabin-y area. He drops the Ice King gauntlets, which I said is similar to the Doom gauntlets, but it's ice. The ones I'm holding. I gotta say, I like those. I think they're very interesting. While yes, it is a bit of a reskin of the Doom gauntlets. I'm referring to the ones from Chapter 5, Season 4, if you couldn't tell. I feel like it's been long enough since that season, where it's okay. Speaking of that stuff, by the way, Marvel has invaded Blitz. So now we have the Marvel map, which has Stark Cabin, Stark Industries, and Stark Academy. Why are they glazing Tony Stark so much? I don't know. But we have those 3 POIs. And it's pretty interesting. They had a bunch of Marvel stuff back. Mysterio shotgun, jetpack, Iron Man's combat kit, Iron Man's flight kit, War Machines, the shooting one, Doom's arcane gauntlets, pulse rifle, like the Stark energy rifle, all that stuff. That's pretty fun. Next boss, Dark Voyager. It's the same one we know. It is the style where he has the helmet off, where his face is like all QB. I don't know. I think it looks pretty cool. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty cool. He spawns at Dark Dominion, obviously, and he drops a Mythic Chaos Reloader shotgun. The Chaos Reloader shotgun is actually, I'm currently holding it. It is a very, very interesting shotgun. I'll touch more on it in a bit. Actually, a very short bit. But it is very, very interesting. I'm personally actually a huge fan of it. And I already mentioned that he has these robot droids that fly around him, similar to the Galactus robots from the Marvel season, the first one. And if you don't remember those, they would fly around bosses like Wolverine. I also don't remember who else was bosses. I think Dr. Doom was the boss. And we had them flying around. That was fun. That was cool. And finally, last boss is Squibbly. Squibbly's an interesting case because he spawns at Squibbly Shores. He can turn invisible. He drops a Mythic Combat AR. Thing is, there are I believe, 6 Squibblies at Squibbly Shores. You heard me, 6. There's 6 NPCs. Well, 5 NPCs, one of them's a boss. Doesn't really clap that good. See how much my Chaos Reloader did? Did a lot of damage. But it's the Squibblies, it's a little weird. But he turns invisible and drops the Mythic Combat AR, like I said. Now, finally, I'm going to explain to you what the new weapons and items are. We got the Chaos Reloader Shotgun. It is the one that I have in my inventory. One I'm currently holding. It only has 1 bullet in its magazine. See? This guy? Oh, he's up on the top. Come on, come on. Oh my god, bro. I need to get up there. I'm gonna jump in. Jesus Christ, he's healing. Let's forget this guy. Let's go kill my bounty. Rivalry, Jesus Christ. We have the Chaos Reloader, 1 bullet, and it automatically reloads. Even when you're not holding it. So let's say this glacial dummy. Pop him with the Chaos Reloader. I pull out my AR. As I'm shooting my AR, the Chaos Reloader is reloading. Yeah, pretty crazy. Next, we have the Vector 7 DMR. It's our newest DMR. It's been a while since we got the last DMR. I like the DMRs, especially this one. It is very good for both long range and close range. Why is it not letting me? That's stupid. It's very good for close range and far. And the scope's pretty good. All that stuff. It's a pretty solid weapon. Now, we have a new item. The Bouncing Boomsticks. You heard me. Bouncing Boomsticks. It's a new TNT. Like the Chapter 1 TNT. That has the cluster grenade effect. I don't know, it's pretty wacky. And basically, it's not very good. I mean, it's not great. Not anything super special. And then we also have the Overdrive Grenade, which is a new version of the Shockwave Grenade. Love that lag. Oh, I can't get out of here. Hold on, let me Skyline deploy her. Bruh. Let me see right now. Overdrive Grenade was a new Shockwave Grenade that gives the slap effect, but with a trade-off of less distance. Let me kill this guy. That is unfortunate. It's certainly unfortunate. Okay. Love that for me. Is he dancing? Okay, give it up, buddy. Was I dancing with this guy at the beginning of the game? Good lord. And then, oh, like I said, the Skyline Deployer. It spawns a zipline, as you saw, with balloons at each end. You have 12 charges of it, and you have to reload. You can have 3 at once, I believe. And if you hit the end, if you hit the balloon, you can glide off, or just fall off. It gives you 0 grav. But you can do a free glider redeploy, which is always nice. Love the glider redeploys. Now we're going to take another look at the item shop. I love the item shop. I love seeing new item shop. Now, we got a new Rival Hope skin. And just to point out, since Chapter 5 Season 1, which is Hope's introduction to the story, she's had 3 skins. The Rival Hope, the Shadowblade Hope, and the regular Hope. Whereas Jones, to my knowledge, has only gotten 1 new skin since then. Well, 2 if you count the one he got that season, Vengeance Jones. They still use it for the story now, by the way. And that was the Captain Jones skin, which is a collaboration back in Chapter 5 Season 4. I don't think we should count that collab skin, but I don't know, not my opinion. I guess not my choice. Now some collabs we're looking at. The MCU Avengers. We got First Avenger Captain America, which I have, by the way. I'm currently wearing. Very cool skin. I really, really like it. And the Mark III Iron Man, which I also bought. Now, Game of Thrones is also in the game. I am not going to get this name right, just letting you know. Daenerys. Wait, hold on. Daenerys. I've never watched Game of Thrones, by the way. Daenerys. You have the Night King and Jon Snow. How do you have Daenerys and Jon Snow as 2 different names? Are we serious? Crazy. Gonna go ahead and land a Dark Dominion. We're gonna see what we can get done. And finally, we have Looney Tunes, which I already touched on Bugs Bunny earlier. But this collab is, well, the rest of this collab is unreleased so far. But there are leaks about Lola Bunny and Daffy Duck coming to the game, which is very interesting, very fun. So just some last couple things to touch up on. The V-Bucks reduction. God, it infuriates me. There's so much I can talk about this. I could almost do an entire video about it. And I actually might. The V-Bucks reduction. Instead of getting 1,000 V-Bucks for your $10, you only get 800. Infuriating. I know that doesn't sound like much, but need I remind you, they're not lowering the prices of skins in the item shop either. And the Fortnite crew now only gives 800 a month instead of 1,000 a month. Now the battle pass does now only cost 800 V-Bucks, but we have to keep in mind. In previous battle passes, you would pay 1,000 or 950 at one point and get 1,500 back. That means it would pay for itself, and you would get a little extra. That is no longer the case, because you pay 800, you get 800. That's right, no extra V-Bucks is given through the battle pass. None. It's insane. Now, Fortnite has claimed they're doing this to help pay the bills. You know, remind you, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Ooh, the Chaos Reloader, by the way. I know it's not a mythic. The chances are weird, man. You know, remind you, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is playing the Foundation. I would say it's not a coincidence that the season that they hired Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson again, we can't pay the bills. And the amount of collabs they've been doing, albeit I like some of them. I bought The Office, that was awesome. Bought Ninjago. It's honestly infuriating. How does a billion-dollar company, billion-dollar CEO, and they say they can't afford the bills? Bruh. And the last thing we're going to touch on, or one of the last, is there's now a new Drive the Battle Bus feature, where one player in a game can drive the battle bus around. You saw at the beginning of this game and last game, where you can just simply move around the battle bus left to right, and you can drive through these little rings, which can do supply drops. They drop supply drops onto the ground that you can pick up, get loot. How a supply drop works. I think it's fine. Crazy take. I like the surfing. I think it grew on me. It was like really normal at the beginning, and then it grew on me, and then it got kind of lazy. But I think it's gonna be better than this, because I swear most of the games I've played, no one has any idea that they're actually driving a battle bus, so it just goes straight through every time. Every time. So, I have given you fact after fact of what's going on with this season. Now, I'm going to go through every category I talked about. I'm going to tell you my complete opinion. Battle Pass. It's not there for me. It's just not. Ice King. There are a few skins that are heavily carrying. Ice King and Bugs Bunny. I would say those two skins are absolutely carrying this battle pass. On their backs. We might need to get them massaged, they're carrying so hard. It's just, this season, the battle pass, no, actually, I would call this entire season had a lot of hype, but it just has so much mid. So much of it is just, oh, these are the power gloves. But just so much of this season is just low-key mid. Not even low-key, high-key. High-key, so much of it is just mid. Lady Windfrost, mid. Dasha, never gonna wear. Squibbly's fine. Oh, Squibbly's fine. Elite Jewels, mid. The Order, mid. Foundation, mid. The first Foundation skin was better. I know they want to give a chance for non-OGs to... Well, I guess Chapter 3 is not really OG. You got my point. And they want players who didn't play back then to get the opportunity to have the skin. But that's... Respectfully, that's not my problem. If they didn't play back then. So you're just gonna give me a worse version of the skin? Honestly, you might as well re-release the exact same skin and give everyone who owned it originally an extra edit style. Then you do way less work. Put it back in the battle pass. Put it back in there. Is this a... Okay. Overall battle pass. If I have to rate it out of 10, I'm gonna have to give it a 6. As I said, Ice King and Bugs Bunny are carrying. Now the rivalries, I think the rivalries are great. I like the bounties. They definitely could have used a little work. We can all admit the bounties were a little rough. These rivalries are awesome. They gave me more incentive to actually do stuff in the game and not just sit around. I played a game last season where I had to pee in the middle of a game, and I just did it as a joke. I sat 10 minutes in a bush and didn't get killed. I became bush camp dad. I had to do literally nothing. I was not even at my Xbox. I was not even at it. And it just, I ended up winning the game, actually. I was Beach Brutus. Is not the video that's also on my channel, not that one. Didn't make a vid. But I just sat there in a bush. I didn't have any incentive to do anything. This gives me an incentive. I've heard people complaining. Oh, here's the dynamite, by the way. I've heard people complaining that they're just doing too much every game. They never get a chance to sleep. They're always in a rivalry. I understand that. For me, I love the fast-paced action. That's why Blitz... That's embarrassing. That's why I love Blitz. Blitz is great. Blitz is one of the best modes that, besides Battle Royale, they've ever actually, like, added to the game. I think Blitz is up there top 5 game modes in maybe even top 3 game modes in Fortnite. Is that good? Getting off topic, though. Rivalries, very good. I like them. The rivalry credits... the rivalries could use a little work. Less work than the bounties needed, though. What is this guy doing? Oh, he has a self-rev, which, by the way, they changed the time of the okay. They changed the time of the self-revive to make it actually useful from 10 seconds down to 3 seconds. I think is much, much, much better. Way bigger fan of that. Oh, right, rivalry credits. I don't see myself using them. I don't. I don't. I think that you have to spend too many credits. It's a little grindy. The system's a little grindy. You have to spend too many credits to get some mid-loot. If they put, like, the Ice King gauntlets in one of those things, like, if you're Team Ice King, you buy the Ice King gauntlets from the weapons section. If you're 7, you can buy the power gloves. You get my point. That would be cool. That would be more interesting. I like that. The rivalry credits and the rivalry, like, gear machines, all that, just brings it down a little bit. I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. I think it is an incredible idea with a good execution, not like amazing, you know. Now this Showdown. Showdown idea was taken from Chapter 2, Season 2. Well, ish. The first part of it, where you log into the game the first time and pick a side. It's a lot of this season. So I've called the season just like baseline mid. A lot of it's already been done before. It's just a return to formula. I mean, Ice King, already done before. Voyager, already done before. Foundation, already done before. The Order, already... You see my point? Rivalries, literally just bounties. See my point? It's just, like, a lot of it's been already done before. And this Showdown mechanic is just... It's not all there. I think the milestone thing is cool. But the fact that the Team Foundation gets a secret boost is infuriating. That makes me just not want to play. Because, like, I know that whatever I do is just not going to be good as theirs. For no good reason. That's just annoying, bro. That's just low-key annoying. Act 2 best be good. Because the Showdown feature, I'm going to give it like a 4.5. It's not great. The POIs. I think the POIs are where this season shines. And just like the Battle Pass, there are a few that incredibly stick out and are carrying this onto their back. Actually, for the POIs, there's one in particular that's carrying the rest of them on their back. I think you can guess which one it is. Frigid Fortress is not the one. No, it's most definitely Frigid Fortress. This is one of the biggest POIs we've ever seen in Fortnite. Now, the biggest is Mega City. And this is actually really close. And this is just such an awesome POI. How did I not hit that guy? Such an awesome looking POI. The atmosphere is great. You go into like the big castle. I like the ice blocks where you can see Captain America, and there are chests in there, ammo crates. You can see like the U2 bots, I think. It's pretty good. Dark Dominion is fine. The new Sanctuary gets points off because of the low-key bad name. Not bad name, it's just boring name. Like, come on, guys. Come on, Epic. $1 billion company, by the way. Squibbly Shore's funny. I think it's funny. I like Squibbly being there just a million times. And the fact that there's, like, a no fish stick signs on, like, the restaurants. I think that's funny, too. I'm going to give the POIs 8.5 out of 10. Which I know is the same thing I gave the rivalries mechanic. But I don't think that matters that much. Bosses, there's not really one I can, like, put out of 10 that much, because not all of their content they put in yet. I think we're getting another boss sometime this season. But, I'm gonna base this on the gauntlets. On the Ice King gauntlets, the Dark Forger Reloader, Mythic Combat AR, and why can I climb up this guy? And also the bosses themselves. Ice King, great. Just great. I like the fact that Lady Windfrost is there. I like the fact that it's more... Last season, bosses could spawn literally anywhere. I mean, that's stupid. Not exactly anywhere. You understand my point. And now they have somewhere they actually, like, set spawns. I think it was a fun experiment thing to try. Kind of like Chapter 5, Season 3, when they did that. I remember that. Wrecked, where they could have some bosses, like, anywhere. It was fine back then, and it was fine last season. But I'm glad they have it back to how it was. So it spawns at Frigid Fortress, like I covered. Ice King spawns there. Talked about that. I like the gauntlets. I like the Dark Voyager. He spawns a Dark Dominion, like I said. The shotgun's very powerful. Robot droids, it's interesting. And though it's been done before, like I said, most of this season has, it doesn't feel repetitive because it's been too long. Squibbly. I like the turning invisible mechanic. By the way, that's been done before with the Predator in Chapter 2, Season 5. Just like to point that out. Oh, there's a guy right here. Like to point that out. That's been done before. But, all in all, I give bosses a decent 7.5 out of 10. Pretty well done. New weapons and items. I'm going to keep the rest of this short. Weapons and items, fine. I mean, I like the Skyline Deployer. I think it's fun. The grenades, I prefer shockwaves. Bouncing boomsticks, no one's going to use those. Vector 7, powerful. Good. Chaos Reloader, good. Powerful, etc., etc. The weapons and items, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. The item shop, the Rival Hopes, I'm just mad Jones doesn't have a skin yet. Like, I can't pick that up, it's annoying. Oh, watch this, I'm going to hit him in the... Probably pissing himself right now. I want a Jones skin. I love the MCU skins. Game of Thrones, I'm indifferent about. Looney Tunes, obviously we'll have to say. Give me the item shop. From launch, a 7. And the V-Bucks reduction, like all this other stuff, a 0. The V-Bucks reduction just tanks it. Battle Bus is fine, but the V-Bucks reduction tanks it. It's just bad. All in all, Chapter 7 Season 2 is a season of Fortnite. Here's how I'll put it. It's an adjective season of Fortnite. It's playing it so monumentally safe. And it's just been doing so much stuff that's already been done before. The stuff that hasn't been done before is fun. It's cool. It's unique. I like it. But everything that it has, it's just not doing it. It's really not. I'm going to give this season, Chapter 7 Season 2, because it doesn't live up to the hype, I'm going to be giving Chapter 7 Season 2 a 7 out of 10. That sounds generous, but mean, it's not horrible. Now, let me just go ahead and end this game. That didn't hit him. The season has just started. That's a good word. The season has just started. Not incredibly far into it. So I'm going to give it a little more time to, per se, spread its wings. And actually become, like, more of a season. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see if the season becomes good. Oh, Victory Umbrella, by the way. We're going to see it. I haven't seen it. I don't have it. And... oh, there's a fish stick I got for a trainer. Ooh, that's cool. Might be the 7 umbrella. That's because it's new 7 umbrella. But all in all, Fortnite season, it's fine. We're gonna give it some time to get better, and I'll be back with you in a new video in a couple days. Bye, Game Squad. See you all next time.